Kaprizov score! Byron Buxton, a cycle! Let's go!
What's up, everyone? Welcome in Twin City Sports Talk. We got a fun one today, talking about Lebron James, because, well, we've had a few people ask about it. So to you commenters out there and you messengers of the Instagram account, here we go. We're pulling through for you, but we got a few other things to get to today. Selection Sunday should be actually Selection Saturday, but we pushed it back a day for a much anticipated World Cup game. I'm going to be predicting the end of the European Open, if that's what you all want to call it. It's just the Open for the golf world. And then Trevor's got a baseball series we're going to be predicting. A lot to get to, and I'm excited. So everyone, welcome back. Ebby, I should say that. Ebby, how was the day today?
Doing good. Had fun. Did some outdoor stuff, some golfing, some boat stuff. So, enjoying the weather before we lose it.
True.
Before we lose it. It's not fall yet, buddy. You gotta soak in the summer. This isn't end of August. Jeez, don't say it like that. We're still in the thick of July.
Not every day is guaranteed outside, especially with these crazy smoke stuff coming from Canada.
That crap is terrible.
You got to regulate your fire rules for just one summer. Every summer it happens at some point.
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah. All right, everyone, before we get started, we got to talk about our sponsor of today's video, Aspire Services. And I'm going to play a promotional video that they sent over to me. So here you guys go.
Is more than 15 years old. It's not a matter of if it fails, it's when. Water damage, higher energy bills, costly emergency repairs. Aspire Services is a local, father-son roofing company. And right now, we're giving Minnesota homeowners $1,000 off any new roof replacement. Backed by our Aspire Guarantee, a lifetime warranty, and a price match guarantee. Tap below to get your free inspection. The $1,000 offer is limited. Don't wait until it's an emergency.
So, people, like it said in the video, $1,000 off any roofing project that you guys need done. Just like we've said before, Minnesota can be pretty harsh with our weather. It can rain, it can hail in the summer, and then the snow in the winter. That does a number on these roofs in Minnesota. So, everyone, if you need anything done to them, Aspire Services, Jake Blanton. Jake's a really cool guy, and he'll help you with whatever you need. But $1,000 off any new roof, backed by a lifetime warranty. Really good deal they have going on there. So go check them out. Tell them we sent you at TCST. Before we get started beyond that, I got to tell you how much fun I've had watching Olivia Miles and the Minnesota Lynx play basketball, because I've watched a few games in a row, which Trevor knows I haven't talked to Abby about it a lot, but I've never really been a huge consumer of Lynx basketball before. But Olivia Miles is dragging me into that. Just this game, we're recording last night for you people viewing this on the Sunday, but they played Phoenix last night, and the dimes Olivia was dropping. It's not just the scoring ability with Olivia. She's dropping dimes, no look, across the entire paint, across the entire arc to the other side for a wide open three. Have you guys been watching the Lynx? Probably you, Abby, but
I have, yeah. No, yeah, I don't know how common it is, like, statistically, but, I mean, as a rookie to be a starter in the All-Star game, that's, almost unheard territory. So, I mean, that just tells you, especially considering our, top player, Nafisa Collier, has been out the entire season so far with ankle surgery. She's nearing a return, so, and we're the 1 seed right now, so,
That's
God only knows what's going to happen when she comes back, It's really exciting stuff, man. She's so talented. She's a dog.
It's Trev, have you been watching any of the games? Or
I've seen clips and stuff on Instagram, but no, I haven't.
Well, let me give you a little
full games or anything.
I mean, you've probably seen this clip, but there we go. For copyright reasons, everyone, I am playing this one time. Not going because YouTube's gonna ban me if I do. Look at this step back from Olivia. This is the scoring ability, but
Abby, you know who that reminds me of?
Oh God, what?
Myself at the local YMCA. I mean,
Okay.
just look at that. That's pure greatness right there. You really got to
like,
soak that in.
genuinely, like that is insane.
No,
And
it is. Yeah.
doing that from 33 feet out. I'm like, it's really fun to watch people. So honestly, like me, if you haven't been consuming your Lynx basketball, start right now.
How is and she's like, I mean, like, I'm blanking. Who was the number one pick for
AZ Fudd.
Yeah, how is she
Yep.
comparing? Like, isn't Miles like averaging like a handful more points, assists, like in
She
each?
is, yeah. I mean, AZ started really slow, so everybody was kind of like, "Uh-oh."
Trash.
But she's turned it around. She's had a really solid start to her season. She's mostly just being used as like a spot up 3-point shooter, kind of. I mean, that's obviously not what you want for the number one pick, but when you factor in that Paige Beckers is there and they're a thing together, so it's like since Paige is going to be their franchise superstar, obviously keeping her happy is top priority. So, but they're fine. I mean, I don't think Miles would have fit as well with them because they have Paige and then Arika Gumbawale, who's another short point guard but super talented scorer. So it would just be too small of a lineup to try to play all three of them.
But yeah. Anyway, Sling's got a gem at number 2.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. All right. Before we get to everything, we got a listener GM question coming from Joe Hoffland. Okay, via the YouTube comment section. This is a lengthy one, and I'm excited. This is about the Twins because the Twins are in a very tough time. And by the way, Twins fans, I'm sorry for that product you had to see in the 9th inning of yesterday's game. Absolutely disgraceful. Trevor, you were working, so I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about.
No, I have
9th
no
inning,
idea what
Brooks
happened.
Lee, bases loaded, 0 outs, Twins down by 4. Brooks Lee puts it way to the wall in the gap. Twins have the biggest mind F up I've ever seen on the base paths. They committed a double play and scored no runs.
Nice.
Wait, what?
To the wall with bases loaded, they scored no runs because Josh Bell was confused. Brooks Lee was confused. Everyone on the base path was confused. I don't even know what happened.
The ball was caught or what?
No, it was into the gap. PCA tried. Pete Armstrong tried making a diving catch. He missed it. The ball's in play. It's down. All the runners should be taken out. You should at least score 2 or 3 runs on this ball.
So
with no outs in the ninth.
Did PCA did he trap the ball? I don't get it. I'm trying to like.
I'm gonna try pulling this up real quick, but and honestly, again, just like copyright reasons, only once.
Don't snitch on us, guys.
Do not expect this to be played over, Twins fans, if you don't even know what I'm talking about. Because honestly, it is like the hardest thing in the world to explain what happened here.
I'm just trying to picture it.
Well, okay. To be honest, as I'm pulling this up, I'm going to read this comment. So this listener GM question is all about the Twins trade deadline. We've talked a lot about the Twins acquiring some relievers at the deadline because if they're going to make a push, that's the biggest need, obviously. But Joe Hoffland 941 is wondering, how are you not concerned about having the starting pitching depth to reach the playoffs? And even if you make the playoffs, the Twins don't have the pitching to win in a 7-game series. Basically, it is Joe Ryan and Taj Bradley. The other starting pitchers are mediocre at best. Ober and Zebby can get shelled in the playoffs. Prelip and Paredes will really get shelled. At this point, I'd say having one more solid starting pitcher might be more important than the bullpen. Maybe Kendry Rojas could be the third guy in the rotation, but it's hard to tell whether the plan is for him to start or be in the pen. Few things. I'm going to let Trevor answer this more and more. But my immediate thoughts here is and here's the thing. No one expects the Twins to win the World Series this year. No one. And I don't. Will not. In a wild card series, when you have Joe Ryan and Taj Bradley, you can win the series just solely based off that. Okay? Just based off that. And then Zebby Matthews has been great. Maybe that's a wild card for a third game. But then you go to a divisional series, you're going to have Taj and Joe for 2 of those games. And then you can, with this Twins lineup, which has been the best in the American League, Joe, I may remind you, if Zebby and Bailey Ober could hold a team to 4 runs, I'd still feel 50-50 that the Twins could win that game because of this offense. And Byron Buxton's still hurt, and he would most likely be back.
What's new?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kendry Rojas, he is not going to be a starting pitcher this year, no matter what. They're going to keep him in the pen unless more injuries happen and stuff. He may make a few spot starts, but he is not in the conversation. But no one expects the Twins to make the World Series. But to win a few playoff series, you can win with the few gems you have at starting pitcher. The bullpen is really where you need to go. Trevor, you continue that while I try getting this clip pulled up.
I mean, yeah, you pretty much said it. So no one's really expecting or we're not expecting a World Series. So you're more so trying to build for the future and at least get some competitive games and experience in the playoffs. So I think you're identifying what you did in 23, where you want to make it through the first round, win a first round playoff appearance, and then depending on who you get in the well, I guess in this case it would be like divisional round. I don't know, you're just looking for the Twins to be competitive, see if you could get hot. The AL is very mediocre, so it's not just a Twins problem. This is a league problem. If you exclude the Rays and Yankees, right, are the two like clear playoff teams, and then the rest is kind of a crapshoot. We'll see how the next like 2 weeks leads into the trade deadline, but it's a crapshoot for the AL. So I don't know. It's all about getting hot, a little bit of luck, injury luck. No, I mean, there's still plenty of baseball games. So many people, like in spring training, always talk about like who was our 5-man rotation going to be. And that's important, but so many teams, I mean, you pitch 11, 12, 13. You rotate like, you may start 11, 12, 13 players. So I think a lot of it comes to injuries. We'll see who's available come playoff time because whether you like it or not, injuries are going to be a thing.
Yeah.
At least with that being said, hopefully you at least have your core guys of Ryan, Buxton, Bradley.
You would hope.
But like I said, it's unpredictable. You never know. We could be super healthy till the final week. In that final series, you lose, say, Buxton, you lose Taj. I don't know. Baseball's so unpredictable that the depth is there for the Twins. Now the experience isn't, and so that's a fair point, and that's fair criticism. But how are you going to get experience if they don't get the opportunities? And then, like I said, this is more than just a Twins problem. So if you eliminate the AL if you eliminate all NL teams, and you exclusively talking AL, because like we said, like Twins aren't going to make the World Series. That's just factual. It is what it is. I mean, I guess never say never, but there's almost no shot.
I mean, if there was a year, it would be this year with the AL. But
I wouldn't even say I get obviously because it's super weak, but even then, I still don't. Right, the Yankees bully us. There's a history of the Yankees just dominating the Twins in the playoffs, and then whether that's a fear factor and it's just mentally, it's like embedded. Even though the Twins players say the generic, "Oh, that's in the history, and this is a new team," and blah blah blah. It's like, well, no, until you get over the hump, the Yankees got your number. So I don't like that matchup. If we get the Yankees in any round, I have no faith in the Twins. Like the Twins could be on a 13-game winning streak going into playoffs. I think just mentally until you can show you can beat the Yankees. But back to the question, yeah, I'm okay with the pitching. But I mean, you also got to realize managers are so aggressive at using the bullpen, especially in playoff games. Because I mean, when you go down one game in the series, especially in baseball too, like momentum is so key.
Well, okay, to literally that reason, people look back to the Blue Jays series against the Twins in 2023 there. Jose Barrios had 3 hitless innings against the Twins in game 2. They pulled him after 3 innings, or maybe it was 4, but 3 or 4 innings where he was perfect. I think he had 1 hit let up.
And then didn't they go and it was the lefty starter? Like it wasn't even a reliever.
You say Kikuchi.
Yeah, they went Kikuchi, who's also a starter. But with the whole bullpen strategy,
all down from there. Yeah.
But that's my point. Obviously, you're going to ride Ryan and Bradley. Yep. I mean, heck, if Ober pitches anything like he did against Chicago, and if you keep it a little more realistic, if Ober just does what typical Ober does, as like a 3/4 rotational guy, that'll match up pretty evenly between name whatever team we'd get in the playoffs, and then who you ride as your 4. Because first round you're only going 4-man rotation with off days and all that. It's not like the regular season where you're playing practically every single game. There's more in between games. You play 2 games, Well, I guess in the wild card series, it's the 3 games at the home team's
Yep.
field. But if you'd get past that, then it's 2 games at home, travel day. Then you play 2 games there, and then travel day because it is best of 5, right, for divisional.
Yeah.
Not mistaken.
So-
And then it's obviously best of 7 for the
Yep.
ALCS, and then in a Dream World Series. But I don't know. That's my point. Let's just Twins want to be relevant again. You want to bring back bring up the attendance, right? The crowd.
Yeah.
If you're not aggressive about the deadline, I'm not saying you got to mortgage your entire top prospects in your future, but obviously as we've discussed numerous times, we've got depth. I mean, you can't call everybody up. There's only so many roster spots.
Mhm.
So we do have pieces we can trade. Now it's just interesting how aggressive and like how like ballsy they want to get of
Mhm.
like I don't think they're talking Jenkins or Culpepper, but 3, 4, 5 are they willing to trade French top 5 prospects? That's
Yep.
where it really gets interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all about fan attendance. The whole reason why we're so bought in on the Twins buying at the deadline is to get the fans bought back in because the fans have never been this low. You can't go any lower than they are right now. It's only up from here, Twins fan base. Like that's how it is. And this is a huge surprise this year. You need to keep adding to it. Get the fans bought in again. That's the biggest thing here. I have this clip pulled up. YouTube, please don't ban me or copyright us. I don't care. But here we go. By the way, there was only 2 men on base. Josh Bell was on second base. I don't know who was on first. Either way, watch this whole play right here. It is absolutely, undeniably the stupidest thing I could ever see in my entire life. Rips it into the gap. All right, by the way, 0 outs, 9th inning. We're down by 4. PCA tries gloving it, misses it. Okay, throws it back in. Josh Bell doesn't round third base, and then he gets stuck in the middle. I don't know what the heck. I don't know if that's Borrego's fault at third base. He gets tagged out by Bregman. Brooks Lee, whoever was on first was standing on second. Brooks Lee thought he could make second on that. Whoever didn't move on second, I forget who that was. Brooks Lee gets gunned out at first, and Twins ruined a perfect opportunity. Oh, it was Victor Caratini, as I can see right here. So everyone completely got stuck. We've seen this play before in baseball. It's not like an uncommon mishap. It happened
so that's
before.
Brooks
why would you not just go back immediately?
Brooks
he wasn't
Lee, the guy that
he was looking into the outfield.
Yeah, stop the video. But Brooks, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what happened. So Brooks rounds first, and
Yeah.
he's trying to look into the outfield to see where the ball's coming in at. And so he's not looking at Victor Caratini, who rounded second, like he's going to make third base. Josh Bell was here's the thing. I know Josh Bell is a slow human being.
Yes,
but
slower
fact,
than slow.
I get it, but
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
when
he's got to score.
It wasn't even everything, he was like jogging.
Not even
that dude does not run. You got to realize that dude.
Really?
Yeah, he's very slow.
There's walking, and then there's Josh Bell.
Okay, but like when he was looking at PCA to see if that he caught the ball, you need to be off of second base a little bit. He came all the way back to second base, and he was within 6 feet of it. He was within sliding or diving distance if he had to get back. Be halfway, and then you can maybe stop at third base. And then he decides, I don't know if that was Borrego's fault at third base, because why would you send him at that point around to score?
I think you panic. He probably. I think he's sending him just because you have Brooks touching second, and then Caratini is in no man's land. Because if Brooks is on second, obviously Brooks eventually realized what was going on, but he realized obviously too late where he got gunned down at first after the play at third happened. I think he just heat of the moment. You don't have time to think. You just react. I think he's like, shoot, I gotta send him. I have no other choice.
Yeah. It's just that's on everyone there. It's on Josh Bell. It's on Borrego. It's on Brooks. It's everyone.
If I had to break down the blame, I'd put most of it on Brooks. So just because you got to realize, obviously, right? It was no outs. He said, regardless, no outs. Yeah, so no outs. Obviously, that was PCA made a decent chance at catching that. And the fact that he even got as close as, or the fact that PCA got as close as he did catching, that's pretty incredible. But yeah, for Brooks too, like full on, no hesitation, didn't round and quickly peek to see where I get he's like tracking the ball.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you got to realize situation. There's no outs, right? So they gotta make sure the ball does hit the ground. And so obviously, and Caratini and everyone was in a flux. But yeah, it had Brooks just aggressively rounded first. Even if he has the most aggressive round, he's gonna be able to get back to first. But then you can at least
no matter what, yeah.
see where Caratini, who was on second, is, or sorry, where Caratini, because it was first and third, right?
No, second and first.
Sorry, yeah. Anyways, you get the point. Brooks just has to round, not fully commit second. He's got to verify and see where the.
You're completely right with Brooks. To wrap this whole thing up, I need Josh Bell in the middle of the baseline, like in the middle of second and third, because genuinely, you see the ball roll from PCA there. It rolled 15 feet away from him. It took him 3 seconds to go get it and throw the ball back in. If you're halfway between second and third, even Josh Bell is scoring on that. They need a perfect relay to get that and gun him out at home. But even if you don't want to, just stop at third base, for God's sakes. Like, then you have the bases loaded. Victor Caratini wouldn't have any problem. He was safe at second after the play was over. Then Brooks would hopefully realize if Josh Bell just stopped at third, Borrego would have given the sign to Victor Caratini. A whole chain of events would have happened, and Brooks would have stopped. And then that's obviously why the Twins lost the game there. 0 outs in the ninth. Could have got a rally going there.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was also that Chicago scored more runs than the Twins did.
That is very true.
Hit the Sounders.
Yeah.
Prediction Sunday/Saturday. We do Saturday predictions in this off season of the Wild, Wolves, and Vikings because we just don't have enough to put in the prediction stat sheet, to be honest. And today we got Ebby joining for prediction. Sunday, I guess we'll just continue to call it. And first off, Ebby's predicting the Argentina-Spain World Cup final. We've been following along, making these Saturday predictions on a few of these games in the past. So, Ebby, what's the prediction here?
Yeah, I got Spain winning this one 1-0. I think Mr. Lamine Yamal has been due for a spark in this tournament. He's been kind of essentially been used as a decoy. He hasn't really had many scoring opportunities, but more so creation. And I just feel like this is like the perfect scenario for him to kind of have Messi pass the torch on to him, and he's going to help, kind of take over the sport as you see guys like Ronaldo and stuff, fade out of the picture.
Yeah.
I think it's his time to shine, and with Mbappe scoring 2 goals today, that puts him 2 goals ahead of Messi for the Golden Boot. I don't think Spain's going to let Messi get anything off. Their team is just too connected right now. Yeah. They dominate possession, so if they do go up 1-0, it's going to be really tough for Argentina to get the ball back. And they've been in very close games, every single game, starting with Cape Verde in the knockout rounds. Barely getting past Switzerland, all these teams. So I think their luck might have finally run out.
All right, give me a goal scorer.
Yeah, so I got Lamine Yamal.
Okay, Yamal. All right. Goal scorer for. I know we don't track Ebby's points because we don't predict very often.
He doesn't qualify. It's like he doesn't have too many plate appearances.
That's true. That's true.
If this is right, then I'll be 1-0.
Yeah, you will be 1-0.
No, you gotta at least one other, if not a couple.
Well, I mean, we haven't.
We worried about right now. We ain't worried about the past.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Trevor, Red Sox.
You sound like a Yankees fan, like, oh, but we won a championship in 2009, and we won a championship in this year. All right, I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox game.
That's what I said. Yep.
No, I know, but.
Okay.
You know what, Bruce? Stay in your
lane.
Play
the sound.
Bruce, stay in your lane. Yeah, play the sounder. Yeah, play it. Yeah. All right. So in case y'all didn't hear, I'm going to do the Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox game. I'm going to go with the former twin, Cloudy Gray.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Cloudy Gray. Boston wins 6-2.
All right.
And I'm going to say Cloudy Gray is going to have 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts. Sorry. So he's going to have 1 earned run and then 7
Wait, why do you call him Cloudy?
His name's Sonny.
Yeah.
I see that, but Why cloudy? That's depressing.
You know what? He's gonna turn the clouds into a sunny appearance.
Okay.
You said 7 or more
Sure.
strikeouts, 7+
Yeah.
Ks. All right. All right. Perfect. I got
And
the open.
on top of that, I forgot to mention. I mean, the Red Sox for the month of July have
They're
only
on a
lost one game, which was July 1st. Every other game they've
yeah,
won.
they're on
They've
a
been on.
huge streak.
Is it
I
one,
mean,
two,
dude,
three,
they
four,
were
five,
15
six,
games
seven.
under 500, and now they're the same record as the Twins.
And you know what's funny is how many coaches was it? It wasn't just Cora. Like they got rid of was it 3 or 4 assistant coaches as well,
Mhm.
or like secondary coaches, however you want to call that, assistant coaches or whatever in baseball.
Mhm.
The fact that they shook that roster or the coaching staff up that much, and then it's all just kind of clicked. It's just remarkable.
Yep. All right. I'm predicting the European Open. It's the finale. It's Sunday. It's championship day, and
Sir.
I'm excited to watch. I follow the golf tournaments all over, people, like I've said on here many times. Pretty simple here. Sam Burns wins it, all right? And you call it a layup. I don't really care. Anything can happen tomorrow. Sam Burns might shoot like a 74, which at Birkdale is I think the par is 70, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
It's either 70 or 71.
I think it's 70. So it'd be a +4 round. You never know. But my player prediction, I'm going to Bryson. Bryson made his first major cut of the year. Good for you, Bryson. Kind of stinks with actually, Ebby, did you see with the penalty strokes taken off?
I did.
What was your thought?
So it's tough because it's not like obviously Bryson can like fly a drone and just pluck himself in the perfect spot. Like obviously he has to get to his ball, which in turn, I mean, you could say it was intentional, you could say it wasn't, but I just feel like if it's not blatant, like you shouldn't really be going by the letter of the law. Like clearly, as a professional golfer who's done this his whole life, I think he knows the rules and regulations, and I don't think he'd be intentionally doing that to himself, especially when he's in contention. I mean, that 2-shot penalty that he received. I mean, he'd literally be, right there with Burns almost.
You would be one stroke behind right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate. There's even some clips of like Wyndham Clark kind of doing something similar, but like nobody's saying anything about that.
At the U.S. Open tournament, Wyndham won, and he was doing the same crap. I'm like,
right.
Come on.
So it's just not consistent, and that's also been the complaint with FIFA, like with the World Cup, with the whole VAR replay system.
Yeah.
Is there's just no consistency. Like you can't one game call this, but then another game it's the complete opposite. So I think it's just unfortunate for him.
It's weird. I can see it from both because like nothing he did impacted his swing path in my opinion at all. And the thing that I think like made their decision easy, quote unquote, or whatever, is that he like obviously walks behind the ball, look at his line, look at where he's shooting, which any golfer does that. But I will say like
part of his routine.
It's part of his routine, but you could definitely tell with his foot that he was like turning his foot sideways to block more of the fescue down and all this. I don't think it warrants the 2-stroke penalty though. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't get it. I feel bad for him, to be honest.
I do.
But either way, my player prediction is Bryson. He's going to be playing aggressive tomorrow. There's a few holes, hole 9, that 310 par 4, where he's driving the green almost on that each time. Super fun to watch. 5+ birdies tomorrow, but 2+ bogeys too. He's going to be playing aggressive, trying to jump up that leaderboard. I'm expecting a really fun round, but a few strays at a few holes for Bryson tomorrow. So either way. All right, we're through all of it. Let's settle down and talk some Timberwolves basketball. And our main topic of today is LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I need that audio bite.
No. You know what? If he does sign with the Wolves, I'll get it. LeBron James. All right. Topic of today. Would LeBron even be a good fit on this Wolves team? Okay. First off, the starting lineup would look, I mean, it would be really freaking cool. The starting lineup. It would be at the 1, LaMelo, Ant, LeBron, Jaden, and Rudy, which that lineup is like a fever dream right there. But
Man.
like after that, you got good depth on the bench and everything. But Ebby, Trev, what's your opinion? Does LeBron fit the Timberwolves scheme and the defensive scheme and everything that
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, obviously, you can look to his age and be like, it's unfortunate that, at most, if he did sign, he would probably be like 2 years. And then he might probably call it quits. Who knows what LeBron wants to do? I mean, it's funny. I think somebody asked him when he was at, it might have been Fanatic Fest or something. But they asked him, like, I think it was Tyrese Halliburton. He asked him, like, how long do you think you could average 10 points a game in the NBA? Like, if you kept going? I think LeBron said, like, 60.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the way he takes care of his body, like, who's to say we can doubt him? I mean, he's already, in uncharted waters with how long he's been.
If Brady could play football at 45, LeBron could. If his body could hold up, like he's gonna have nagging injuries, but as long as he wouldn't suffer anything serious, I could actually I don't need to get super into it, but I could see him playing like upper 40s.
Yeah, no, for sure. But as far as fit goes, it'd be seamless. One, his IQ is, the best we've ever seen. So when you think about the current Wolves, their deficiencies, a big concern is maturity. We've made it to the conference finals, the semis, but we've always fallen short for various reasons. Sometimes it's just bad decision making when it matters most. Yeah. Guys like LaMelo Ball coming in, people worry about the maturity level, him and Ant. Somebody like LeBron comes in, that presence matters.
Oh yeah.
100%. It's going to help the coaches, it's going to help the players, it's going to help everybody. And it's going to help guys kind of develop faster and be stars in their role, which is, the key with this team. So obviously elite rebounder for his size, elite passer for his size, improved 3-point shot, that he's developed. And he wouldn't have to do too much. That's the thing. With all the options that he has, if he goes to, let's say, a Miami, their team is still, yes, it's cool that they have Giannis and Bam, but they have no shooting. So he's probably going to have to take a big scoring load. The Warriors doesn't really make sense. Obviously, if he wants to play with Steph, he wants to play with Steph. Yeah. But that team is nowhere near contention.
He's not going to. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Philly would be interesting. That's kind of like Minnesota, where it'd be like a perfect fit at the 4, which is a clear need.
Yeah.
I think Philly would be starting like Dean Wade right now if the season started, which he's a fine role player, but not LeBron. So yeah, it's.
Wait, you're telling me Dean Wade is not on LeBron and James status?
I mean, no, definitely not.
That's Dean my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing is he doesn't need to do much if he were to sign.
He doesn't. It would be easy for him.
Guys coming off the bench too. You got young guns in Io and TJ coming off the bench right away and really providing a spark for that team. LeBron, he doesn't need to play 33 minutes a night. I mean, he still might because of how great he takes care of his body if he needs to. But that's my biggest thing is, just like you said, the workload, it shrinks a ton if he signs here. And I think that's a very big step in his, we'll call it the recruiting process right now.
For sure.
I think that could be a huge step within that. But yeah, Trevor.
My only concern, but it's the best problem you can have, is one basketball between LaMelo, Edwards, and LeBron. So how are you gonna share the touches and how many like design plays? I get like you're not running a design play every single possession, but like just kind of how you share.
He played fine with Luka and Austin Reeves.
But no, it's not a complaint. It's like it's the perfect problem to have. Like you have too many good options. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a terrible situation to be in. And then Ebby nailed on the head. The biggest thing I can think of is the maturity, right? So we've gone from Cat, who loves to talk to the zebras and complain or not hustle back on defense when he gets a fingernail scratch on his wrist. And then we had the Randall situation. And so just that maturity and the effort and the hustle is what I'd love to. But yeah, no, I think the fit's perfect. Obviously, it's a glaring, like it's such a big hole. With who's going to be the number 4, unless you roll like McDaniels as a 4, but then I'm really concerned that people would just bully and be physical against him. Because, like, say you play the Brooklyn Nets, this is like not a great example. But like take Randall, right? The Nets, the Nets new number 4, Randall, physical big, like a slim McDaniels. Like that's my worry if
he already
like,
struggles with foul trouble guarding small forwards and point guards. So
yeah,
can imagine
So the physicality and then just staying out of foul trouble. Just being realistic, we're not going to get LeBron. I mean, there's a chance, but like assuming
it's a small chance.
Whatever a team goes to, like, so that how they address that is going to be very key. But in the small chance we do land him, I mean, I can't even imagine.
Fever dream. That's literally what it is.
A Minnesota team with a lineup that good, and then which I don't believe in jinxes, so I'm just gonna say it. And if this happens, like if all of this happens where LeBron
I know what you're gonna say,
and then what I'm gonna say happens, I don't care because I don't believe in jinxes. So in the hypothetical, LeBron signs here, and this is our starting lineup. Edwards would have a season-ending injury, and LeBron would get hurt too. That's just how, like, Liv would go for a Minnesota fan. All right. Now, if this does happen and it happens, y'all can come for me, and I will literally reply with, "I don't care," because jinxes are not real. They just aren't. I don't believe.
Trevor and I will always in our lifetime agree with that, or did not agree, not agree, disagree about that. Oh God, I can't with you with that whole thing. It's just been proven too many times, even when we're together watching sports games. Like, oh man, okay, I can't do that.
Here, I'll say this though. So if LeBron, here's the question: one, where does he want to live? Right. So is living in the snow, is that going to be too much of a drawback with, his recovery? Maybe he's used to warm weather. Then again, he loves his cryotherapy. So then I don't think that's the number one thing.
Built-in cryotherapy.
Right. So one is location, right? You got to think if he goes to Miami, no tax. So even though he's going to be on the vet minimum, a little bit more money in his pocket, does that matter? Will he take a minimum?
Yeah. But,
yeah. I mean, it's funny, they were even talking to ESPN just with how much LeBron golfs. Would he want to come to a place like Minnesota? Like, would he rather prefer a place like, Golden State? Like, it seems silly, but like, you never really know what he's prioritizing.
Mm-hmm.
So, because if we go by fit, absolutely Minnesota's the best option. But you also have to ask, does he want to on the court?
Yeah,
on the court. Yeah. But does he want to still be in the West? Does he want to go to the East? Maybe back to Cleveland for a third time because it's going to be a little bit of an easier path. You could ask that question. I don't think he wants to hop on like a team because I know he said if New York didn't win a championship, or allegedly, Rich Paul, that LeBron would have loved to go there. I don't think he wants to do the Kevin Durant thing and kind of join a super team. I think LeBron cares about a narrative. So going to Minnesota actually benefits him because he's propelling a team that has zero credibility with winning anything.
The entire state.
Right, the entire state. Exactly. Yeah. And by winning, if we did win here, he'd be the first player to win a championship for 4 different teams.
Yeah.
So going back to Cleveland, going back to Miami, obviously that doesn't matter. So that would be an extra little peg in the GOAT status. I mean, you could take it as you will, but I think that matters to him.
And another thing too is, I mean, maybe Bruce and I, maybe we just reach out to him and we're like, "Hey, LeBron, if you just want to join the show, we can give you other reasons why Minnesota rocks. We have lakes, we have boats, we have jet skis. There's fish where you can go fishing. We can do a little Q&A session with LeBron
on the boat.
LeBron, what's your favorite color?"
Shout out.
Look, I would say 10% chance. That's my prediction. I say 10% Minnesota. I think 20% Warriors, just because I really think he wants to play with Steph.
Yeah.
I'd go another 20% Miami just because of living on the beach and all that. Too. Yeah, and I actually think 50% probably goes to Philly. I really think he's going to go to Philly. I just think his the idea of playing with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, young dogs. It's kind of like Minnesota, where it's just a bunch of young, hungry players. Mm-hmm. Maybe playing with Embiid is not appealing to him because of the health scares and stuff, but he played with him on Team USA, and Embiid was completely dominant, and
Unless
helping us win against
I
France.
could be completely wrong too, but hasn't Embiid like been more healthy the last like more reliable, durable?
He was
whatever.
injured the first half of this season, right?
Yeah, I was going to say
He-
not much. He's
Okay,
missed a lot of time. Yeah,
never mind.
and it's unfortunate because some of the stuff he
I
can't
swear
even.
he's been playing a lot more recently, but then again,
So
I'm not
yeah,
really watching two random
so
NBA teams. If it's
the
not worth
ironic thing was this year he actually was a little bit more healthy, and then just before the playoffs, his appendix was about to burst, so he had to go get surgery.
Ah,
So it's like his body's finally healthy, and then something he can't
Yeah.
control. Like so, everybody on ESPN was like, "Dude, that's just like
that's
it's just bad." Just exactly. So it's like he can't win. Um, I mean, he's out there playing through things like Bell's palsy, paralysis in his face, swollen knee. I mean, he's a tough customer. People don't give him credit for that. You know, they think all this flopping around that he does is by the like his choice or whatever. But his training staff actually teach him that like as he goes up and jumps, in order to alleviate the pressure from his knees, that he actually like flops. Like that's actually part of why he's on the ground so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
So it's
just
like he's
don't.
trying. He's trying his best, and he's playing through pain. And you just hope that he gets it figured out. Maybe being with LeBron, people say that once LeBron and AD would join up, maybe LeBron can kind of help AD with all these games that he's missing. Maybe teach him his ways a little bit. So maybe that would rub off on Joel. Who knows?
I guess another thing that stinks too. So obviously we can never, like realistically, just financially, you couldn't do it with Rui Hachimura. But the thing that also really stinks with him waiting so long, and obviously it's not like the Wolves have money to really spend.
Yeah,
But obviously you know how big the glaring hole is, and
Yeah.
very much realistically, like it's not impossible, and it's better than like winning Powerball odds, obviously. But it's like what we said, 10% at most, probably 15. If you ask the majority of people that are like non-biased and have an
I
open
think it's like
outlook,
plus
like you.
2,200 right now on like betting.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just
So it's
each
not.
day that goes by. Obviously, free agency dies down very quickly in all sports after like day 2, day 3.
Yeah,
Pretty much all the heat's over. But each day that goes by, and to be completely honest, I have not been tracking like power forward signings. So I don't even know who's still available. I would have to look. But like that's one other thing in the whole thing that LeBron's probably waiting. Obviously, World Cup. Final game is about to be played, but like so yeah, now is LeBron signing any
He
day
wants
now?
it to be a huge thing, a huge deal.
Well, yeah, and rightfully so. But is it going to be a couple days now, or any day now, or is it still going to be a week or two?
Well,
it's
even
funny because Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, Adam Silver's telling LeBron to hurry up because they can't make the schedule because they want some key matchups on key days, depending on where he's going. Adam Silver's like, he's got to speed this process along a little bit. So, I mean, that's the funniest thing about it. I will say,
It's funny. Go ahead.
One, I have always, anyone that knows me and talks basketball with me, I am always a Michael Jordan is the GOAT guy, but I'll say one thing. If LeBron came to Minnesota and won us a ring, he's got my vote then. And he's got my vote. Or if he even goes to 76ers and wins a ring, like it becomes that first player to win at 4 different teams. I have to tip the cap to that.
He's already got my vote.
Yeah. Hey, I got this pulled up again, Trevor.
Oh,
Good luck.
gosh.
Everyone,
Be like the
one of the
Wizard.
most iconic moments in Twin City sports doc.
All right, pick a random team. I'm gonna go with the.
Oh, are we guessing? Just randomly guessing?
I'm just gonna say Clippers from the LA Lakers
Got
to
the
the LA
Wizards.
Clippers.
Wizards.
Washington. He's going to reunite with AD.
I'm gonna go the Bucks for
It's
whatever.
gonna be the
reason.
most random team, Jazz. New Orleans.
Ew.
That's like the
That's
worst
stinking
one. It
roster.
could have
LeBron and Zion? Yeah, that's going to be a lot of missed games there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Shoot, I was about to say something too, and then I forgot it. It's annoying.
Oh, we hate when that happens. Hate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it.
I'm like really.
Hey, maybe we don't need LeBron. We got Johan Berenger. Come on now.
Yeah.
I know you guys saw that summer league game. Put up like 17 and 12 or something.
I'll be completely honest. I have not
I
looked
did it
at.
one more time. I'm not. It actually. Like that's
Wow.
not a shot or anything, people.
Wow.
The Instagram gods are giving LeBron to us.
Hey, let's
Oh
hope.
my gosh.
Let's hope, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, all
I don't
right.
know. I can't think of it.
Abby, you got anything else LeBron wise or even Wolves?
If it happens, great, but I don't think it's the end of the world if he doesn't. It seems like from the interviews that Timberwolves are actually looking to keep Josh Green. Like they're actually excited about him.
I don't believe it
I
for a
think
second.
you don't think so?
No, I'll also be honest. I don't know a single thing really about him. Just
I mean, he's
looking.
just one of those like. Think of him. I'm trying to think of like a Timberwolves comparison. Just
My
think of
my
like a Patrick Beverly type. Like he's one of those guys that hustles hard, dives for a lot of loose
yeah
balls, like just does all the little things. But
yeah
he can
that's
space the
great and
floor.
all.
40% shooter, but I mean low volume.
Yeah. So that's great and all, but one, he's still overpaid, right? In your opinion, I'm asking you because I
Yeah. So
genuinely.
basically, if the
But
Timberwolves, he makes about
but I
15 mil.
guess
So
the thing I was getting at is when I say I don't believe it for a second, because like when we acquired that, right? Charlie was smart to get off that contract and all that and clear up that money and get off his contract. But no team in any professional sport, not even just T-Wolves, but name every team in all main professional sports. What GM or coach is going to be like, we actually don't actually want this guy? Like, oh, I'm I'm bummed that I acquired this guy on my team, but we got LaMelo, so I guess
Darn.
I'll deal with it. Like
no, I
they're
guess
not
that.
gonna. Of course, they're gonna be like, yeah, we think he actually fits in well, and he's gonna be an underrated piece, and we like his development, or where his development is looking at going. Like they're not gonna say all the
It's all sugar
actually
coated
like
wording.
we
Yeah.
we we
No,
really
I'm
don't
just okay.
we really don't want him, Jim.
Yeah. No. Trust me, I get what you're saying. But like,
Yeah.
if you watch the interview, like Chris Prince literally said, like Josh Green's gonna get like real opportunity here. Like he was saying those type of things. So like Josh Green
But
was like, I spoke with the coaching staff, yada yada yada. I
I
mean,
also
obviously, I
remember,
get it. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
That's what they're taught to say. But
I also remember Mike Zimmer saying Danielle Hunter had a tweak in his neck. And that tweak turned
A
into
tweak.
not playing a game
man,
all
Mike
season.
Zimmer's not a real coach, bro.
No. It could be any coach, obviously, that. But so that's my only thing too. Like they're not
I get
gonna
it.
speak their mind, and maybe they genuinely are serious, and maybe like they truly do love him, and if so,
Well,
And if
it's
awesome.
like
yeah,
AOC saying this is an actual quarterback battle at training
Yeah.
camp. That's literally what it is.
yeah, that was crazy. But no, if they do try to trade Josh Green, so the only way that they could trade him right now is if they just trade him. If you want to combine his salary with somebody else on the team, we have to wait. Let's like 60 days or something. So we couldn't do it until a couple months from now.
Oh,
So maybe they are shopping right now, and if they can't find what they want, they'll wait and then come trade deadline, combine his salary with who knows Dante or something. I don't think they're going to trade
Yeah,
Dante,
no,
but if
yeah,
they
I
did,
get you're doing
if they
simple.
did, that's like 28 mil right there. So who
mhm.
knows? Who knows what they're trying to do?
Yeah, I think if they get off that contract, it would be a combination, and so like you said, they'll have to wait. But are they willing to throw in a Shannon Jr. or Baron
Oh,
J?
what's the return you guys are talking about? Like a 4? Like go
Well,
get
it
Yeah,
could be picks. It could just be salary cap relief. Like I mean, it could be really creative. It could be a number of different things. It's just getting off that
yeah.
salary and then
Oh yeah.
getting that salary cap relief. So there's nothing I'm obvious thing would be addressing the number 4 position, just having
Yep.
someone more reliable and consistent and
yeah,
more deserving of their salary, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now that's way easier said than done, right? No team is just gonna be like, oh sure. I mean, the only way you can really dump his salary would be if we're throwing in picks for what we did with Julius Randle, right? Where you throw in
mhm,
picks where if they're gonna eat the salary, you're gonna have to throw in sweeteners. Um, so yeah, that would be Shannon. It would be Baron J, which I don't think you're getting off Baron
yeah. They're
J,
not trading Baron
especially how
J.
depleted our bigs are now, and
Yeah,
rightfully so to acquire talent. You got to give it. So yeah, no regrets trading Oz. I mean, it sucks, but you're not going to get a Lamelo Ball talent if you don't give
yeah.
up
No,
talent. So I
Baron J's
mean,
not going
Baron J
anywhere.
safe, but like Shannon, I keep thinking Shannon. It's if Green gets traded, I think Shannon has to be attached because you're not moving the starters. And I do
Well,
believe they're
Shannon's
not moving Rudy.
no. Here's the thing with Shannon. The 3-pointer is
Not
below average for most statistical standpoints and everything.
Yeah. He's a very predictable player.
Yeah, very predictable. It's always downhill for him. He plays a good brand of defense, but ball handling, not a strong suit for the most part. 3-point shooting in general is not a strong suit. It's really just ducking.
He doesn't even look comfortable doing it, really.
And that's like, I love TJ for the defense and the intensity he brings on the offensive side. I mean, a breakaway, you're not stopping him. But in this scenario, I think Trevor's right on with that. I think TJ would be the guy to be added on to that.
Yeah, if he's the reason why we're missing out on getting somebody, then I think the Timberwolves will be fine with. I mean, the problem is I think in the conversation they've had with getting a Giannis or whatever was, having to throw in a McDaniels or a Berenger or whatever. And I mean, you see why Berenger is untouchable. I don't know if you guys watched the summer league game. Granted, he only played one game because they shut him down. They're like, yeah, that's all we need to see. But just his comfortability. I mean, when we first seen him play, like he was, kind of loose with the ball. You could tell he's very new at basketball. Just, jumping at everything, trying to block everything, millions of fouls. I mean, I think he finished the game with like 4 blocks, 2 steals, only 1 foul. He had a great play where he was by the logo, kind of did like a fake handoff, and then almost went Giannis mode and just went dribble drive, Euro step, and one. Just seeing that type of stuff is what gets us excited. You can see his body starting to fill out more. He's not just skin and bones. He's got some meat on there. And I'm telling you, he's a jump shot away from being a serious threat in this league. And even if he doesn't, I mean, Giannis has made a hell of a career with little to no shooting. So you see why he's untouchable.
Completely agree. Like, seriously, I love Berenger. All right, one last question, Abby. How many points is
a 3-pointer
Isaiah Evans getting this year? I'm really excited about Evans. I've watched the highlights now.
Didn't he really stink it up, though?
He did. So if you look at the box score, it looks like he was terrible out there. But when he's playing, his defense was actually one of his, like, cons. Like, if you look at his, like, draft grade and stuff, he was playing great defense out there, fighting over screens, everything you want to see. There was no complaints about his defense. He was facilitating real well. He made a lot of like really nice pocket passes on pick and rolls and stuff. So that was, nice to see. But yeah, his shot literally just did not fall the first couple games. So, but you love that he's not losing his confidence. Like most of them were good looks, just leaving it short, just missing. I mean, he's getting quality looks. And then finally in the last game, exactly, it's a feel out. If you look at Wemby's first game in the summer league was god awful. So you can't just look at summer league. Because people have been saying the guy that was drafted after Evans, Malik Thomas, he went to Cleveland. Yeah. He's been playing out of his mind, averaging like 25 points a game. But people are like, oh, they made a mistake. But it's like when Malik Thomas goes and plays with Donovan Mitchell and all these guys, he's going to get the ball very, very less. Yeah. And can he sit in the corner and shoot versus right now he's just running the offense on his own? Yeah. Evans knows what his role is. So even though his shot's not falling now, the way he's playing now is going to be the same way he plays on the varsity team. So it's going to be a seamless transition from that aspect. And then the last game, he finally found his shot. He made 4 or 5 3-pointers. Wasn't efficient, but it's still, progress. So, and the Timberwolves already signed him to a straightaway contract, like 4 years, $9 million. So they didn't even mess around with the whole 2-way thing. So that should tell you their confidence in him.
How many minutes is he getting this year? 8?
So obviously, assuming Dante does not come back, if nobody,
forgetting about Bones too. Oh man.
Yeah, so Bones is gonna play. You would imagine Bones and Io would be like the kind of 1-2 punch off the bench with Shannon.
That puts my right outside the door. I completely forgot we re-signed Bones.
Yeah, right. My thing with Bones is I don't think he'll play at least to start the year, just because you don't know what you got with him.
Yeah. Get that.
Because assuming
in general is just so deep either way.
Yeah.
But
assuming Io comes off the bench, like, because if the starting lineup was Tate, I'd imagine probably Josh Green gets plucked in at the 3, if he's still on the roster. Otherwise, if not, I really don't think they're going to start Io with Ant and LaMelo. That might be a closing lineup that they do. I don't think they'd start together. So assuming Io is the 6th man, you'd imagine maybe Bones. Obviously, Berenger should play. He better. Yeah, better, Mr. Finch.
I mean, how are you going to not play him? I mean,
ask Chris Finch, man. Ask Chris Finch. It's
He's
been
the best
mind-boggling.
at not playing them. So
Exactly. I mean, I'm surprised Jalen Clark even wants to stay in Minnesota after being neglected essentially his entire career here.
that's a very good point.
And that's another player that we re-signed that you'd imagine would get minutes. I mean, it's tough. I really don't know, but I hope he gets 10 minutes a night. Just like come in, have a couple sets, catch and shoot, or maybe guys are in foul trouble. McDaniel's early foul trouble. Get some minutes at the three.
Yeah.
Probably not much though. Probably
I can
probably just be a practice player.
Signing, even with the guy.
But he also signed Trey Lyles as well. Who's also a power forward. So
yeah,
a veteran guy
there.
We'll see.
Completely puts my question out the window, but either way. All right. Any other things you two got?
Wait and see for LeBron, man. That's about it. Everything else is settled.
LeBron, if you want to join the show, contact our management team. We will see if we can squeeze you in.
Maybe. Well,
Chris
might be booked.
Chris Finch, if you want to hop on. Like I said, we'll see if we can squeeze you in. We can maybe ask you some rotational questions.
I don't know if they've even assigned us assistant coach yet.
For Nori.
I'm not sure if they've done that yet.
I don't think they have. We would have talked.
Because Nori's gone, obviously. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to probably elevate Prigioni or something, but you would imagine.
Yeah, promote Pablo.
Hopefully, the decision gets made
assistant to the head coach, Pablo Gioni.
All right, everyone.
And then Bruce and I will be the assistant to the assistant Finch. Anyways, yeah.
Be too busy doing this. Trevor's going on a rampage here.
Don't use my name ever again, Trevor.
Is very sleep deprived, everyone. I know that. So Trevor's dying over here. Everyone, go check out the Spotify. Give us 5 stars there. Let's keep the subscribers going up on YouTube. We love to see it. And everyone, just remember Von Lackey is going to be a Hall of Famer. We're calling it right now. Everyone, Instagram, Von Lackey.
Oh,
everyone, go check out the Instagram and TikTok. We are posting shorts there on a regular basis and on the YouTube. Everyone, thanks for the support. Keep leaving these comments. We like reacting to them. We call them Listener GM questions. Bring them to the show. We have a lot of fun answering them. Abby, thanks for coming on. Trevor and I will be back tomorrow with more Twins trade deadline talks, more mock trades that we have to get to. So everyone, have a good Sunday today. Everyone watch the Open, the World Cup. Hope you have fun doing that, and we will see you again tomorrow.